Imagine a world where every human being, from the moment of birth, knows the exact day of their death. The knowledge is not revealed by others nor predicted by technology, but imprinted directly into their consciousness. A quiet truth they simply know. From the start of life, this knowledge would shape everything. A child aware that their days are short might live with urgency, chasing thrills, joy, and experiences without hesitation. Another child, promised a century of life, might grow with patience, carefully laying plans that stretch across decades. Childhood innocence would be replaced by a strange maturity, for every game, every lesson, would be measured against the ticking clock of certainty. Society would reorganize itself around lifespan. Schools and careers would be tailored to the time one has. Someone who knows they will die at 25 may never be offered long-term study or complex professional training, while those destined for 80 or 90 years would be given leadership roles, responsibilities, and privileges. A new form of inequality would emerge, not based on wealth or class alone, but on the length of one's future. Relationships, too, would change. Love would be both more intense and more fragile. Two people whose timelines align might find comfort in walking the same road together until the very end. Others, knowing they are mismatched, would face heartbreak before their story even begins. Marriage, partnership, and family would all be calculated risks, weighed against the cold reality of time. Economics would shift dramatically. Banks would refuse loans to those who cannot live long enough to repay them. Insurance would become meaningless, since risk no longer exists when the outcome is already certain. Governments might even rank citizens not by merit, but by their lifespan, deciding who deserves investment and who is destined to fade too soon. But beyond the structures of society, the human spirit would transform. For some, knowing the end would bring liberation. No fear of accidents, no anxiety about the unknown, no hesitation to live fully. If today is not my day, nothing can stop me, they would think, climbing mountains, diving into danger, or confessing love with boldness. For others, it would bring despair. Why strive? Why dream? Why build? If every hour already belongs to fate. Cultural rituals would evolve. Festivals might celebrate not only births, but also final years, honoring those whose last day approaches. Some would treat death dates as sacred destiny, proof of divine order. Others would rebel, seeing it as a cruel curse that steals freedom. Religion and philosophy would split. Is this knowledge a gift, a punishment, or simply the ultimate truth of existence? And yet, humanity would adapt. Artists with short lives would create works of blazing intensity. Thinkers with long futures would craft grand visions spanning generations. Political leaders might negotiate peace not with abstract ideals, but with the awareness of exactly when their time will end. Every decision, personal, social, global, would carry the weight of inevitability. The great paradox would remain: would certainty of death make life richer or emptier? Would humanity live with deeper passion or sink into fatalism? Perhaps the true lesson of such a world is that meaning is not found in the length of life, nor in the mystery of its end, but in what one chooses to do with the days between birth and the final sunset that everyone, one way or another, must face.